So here we go with macaroni cheese, just especially for you, Sarah, and anybody else of your friends that can't make it. So we've got macaroni boiling, we've got some plain flour, or self-raising, it doesn't really matter. And we dig a fork in and just take a big forkful now of flour and put it into a glass now, or a jug, just something to mix the flour with milk. Now you need to vary this because this is going to thicken your pasta, this is going to thicken your macaroni. So depending on how many you're making the macaroni for, depends on how much flour and milk you need to use. Now I've just used that amount with, say, like two teaspoonfuls of flour. So you just mix it, make sure there's no lumps in it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to strain my pasta. So this is the easy way of making it, make macaroni cheese. Now, first of all, you've got to test your pasta, my favourite bit, just to that's lovely. So now I'm just going to drain it. So I've just drained it straight from the pot, leaving it in the pot, just put the lid on and strain it from there. I'm just moving a little bit now so that you can see the rest of what I'm doing. So we now get some butter, as this is butter in Spanish butter. So put a dollop of butter, just about that amount. Again, it depends on how much pasta you're cooking, how much macaroni you're cooking. Stir it through until it's just, there we go, that's a better one, isn't it? Stir your pasta. I've still got it on a very low heat to help the butter melt. So that's the butter all melted. Now you can use margarine, you don't need to use butter. Margarine's probably better. So now I'm going to add my, no, I'm not going to add that. I'm going to add some milk. Now you can use any kind of milk for this. Basically what I'm going to do is just add enough milk to virtually cover the pasta. So there we go, that's that done. So plenty of milk in that, but not too much. Remember, if you make your sauce too thick, you can always go back and thin it out with a wee drop more milk. So this is my flour and milk mix. Yeah. Just add it slowly to the water. Turn your gas up or your electricity, or do as I've done and just switch it off. There we go, that's it back on, sorted. And now, so I'll just leave that for a wee second because I need something else. I need cheese, lots of, and horseradish. Right, so in that short time, that's my pasta. So I'll just add, that's the milk boiling with the pasta, but I just want to add a wee drop more. Here we go, I'll just open my block of cheese. That's that boiling again. So what we do is get this, a little bit more of this, because it's not thickened enough. So just add another little drop. Just keep adding, when it comes to the boil, just add another little drop at a time until your sauce gets thick. So we'll just leave that, and I'll get my cheese grater. Got my cheese. So that's just right. My sauce is just starting to thicken. So that's it's really hard to show you how thick it should be, but basically when you hold your spoon up, if it comes off just in a slow drip like that, that's maybe just about right. But you could always just add another little bit of your flour mix to thicken it. But it will thicken automatically anyway once it starts to cool. So just add a little dribble. One big block of cheese. Look at that, that's a huge block. And now again, the best kind to use is the kind that's been cut off the block to make life easier. So I'll just grate, I use the side panel, so it's quicker really, and just grate my cheese in. And remember, I forgot, either turn it off or turn it down while you're doing this. Not for any other reason, but you can't stir and you might just burn it. And we don't want to be burning macaroni, do we? So there we go. So, and the best kind of cheese, as I said, is a strong cheddar to use. Now just stir it in. Now, my thing about the cheese is a bit for the pot, a bit for the mouth. Lovely. You've always got to make sure that the cheese is the right kind of cheese. And you've got to taste it, the cheese, to determine how strong it is, so you can get the flavour of the cheese sauce right. That's what I say anyway. So let me see now. I just need a bit more cheese. So we've done that. Right, so that's looking absolutely gorgeous. The next thing is I use horseradish. Gob of horseradish. Now again, just put in a little bit at a time, depending on how much you've made. I would say for a small amount for one person, I'm using half a teaspoonful, and that is probably just about right. If I was making for four, again, I would be using a bigger pot. I'd have used a lot more pasta, a lot more cheese, and I'd have quite a bit more. I would have maybe used about 2 teaspoonfuls. But again, it depends on your own taste. If you don't like it, you can use mustard to lift the flavour a bit. But mustard, you only use a tiny, tiny little drop because it's such a strong flavour, and not everybody likes it. So there we go. Now that's all my cheese melted. Now what I need is another teaspoon. Best bit. You've got to taste it. Now, always remember when you're making it, you've got to remember to salt your pasta, salt the water that your pasta's in, because the pasta absorbs the salt. Wow, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, so let me just clear away a bit of my mess. Now, at this stage, the pasta is ready to be eaten. You can either serve it on its own, you can serve it with chips. I like mine with chips and some tinned plum tomatoes. Some people don't. The other way is, now that's all the cheese melted. I get myself a bowl, pop the macaroni into the bowl, Here we have the macaroni. Next thing is a wee bit more cheese. I'm using a big knife. You don't need to use a big knife. But I just crumble, because this is quite a crumbly cheese. But grate it or slice it and just put some over the top of your pasta. Just cover the top of the pasta, and then tomato. Slice it, being very careful, because there's nothing worse than finding a bit of finger in your pasta. They just don't work very well together. Pop your tomato on top, like that. And there we go. There we go. That's what it looks like now. So then, next thing, just pop it under the grill or into the oven. Et voila, macaroni cheese. Now the only thing that's missing, move with me. One glass, one bottle of wine. Did you hear that pop cork? That cork pop? And there we go. So, thank you for watching, and let me know the results, Sarah. Bye.